Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the 2025 PDGA United States Women's Disc Golf Championships, presented by Discraft and CHaferNews.com. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hyped geese.
Honk!
Honk.
Some close battles here on the front 9. Cadence Bird's really popping off, the only one to put together a super clean front 9 with a lot of birdies, and she's actually one stroke ahead of Hailey King, a few strokes of Henna, Eveliina, and Emily Weatherman. Here's the leaderboard now.
Yeah, this course is playing tough today, and you can see that on the leaderboard right now. Not a lot of players really stacking birdies, even in the top 20. So watching Cadence pop off has been very exciting. At the end of the front 9, we got to watch Cadence birdie this one by going up and over on top of the hill to the right of the screen. No one goes the way that the drone is flying. Most players are going to take a hyzer, flashing where this basket would be, landing in this area, and throwing their second shot, this little technical approach, usually with a forehand or a very gentle backhand to the screen. You don't want to come in too hot because it drops off right behind the basket. And out of bounds is in play back there with a little creek.
Or we saw Eveliina go back there and just have a completely obstructed putt even though she was inbounds. Hailey up first trying to take this tight gap, and she's going to punch straight up the hill, it looks like. Yeah, that's great. Takes so much power to get up there. She's going to be a little on the left side, but should be an easy birdie. Fresh angle for us here.
Whoa.
Yeah, got a little kick over to that left. Just tracking for the pin, honestly.
This hole played very difficult yesterday, and we were kind of surprised. Today it played definitely on the easier side with 30% of the field birdieing.
Emily going to show us the hyzer play. That sets you up for a bit of a touchy approach, but it's short. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Very low for Henna. She's most likely out of position to birdie. At only 394, it's technically possible.
Henna making a couple throwing errors in the last few holes that we don't normally see from her. Maybe nerves kind of coming into play here. Eveliina also early releasing this one, and she's going to get tangled up in the trees in the middle.
Henna going reverse patent pending. Just trying to get up the hill, maybe get a long look at it, and that's not it. That's kind of where like a decent drive lands.
But even a little short of where you want your drive to land. She may not even have an angle. Eveliina a little bit further up, and she's going to try to hit this gap straight in front of her. That looks great.
Oh, yeah. Excellent second shot to get up there, just outside the bullseye for another birdie.
And what a recovery from Eveliina. Let's see if Henna can follow suit. She's got a little hyzer right here. She pushes that one over just a little too much and getting a really horrible break.
Yeah.
Man. Even if that just dropped down, she would have been deep in circle two. But with that roll, she may not even be able to get up and down.
Emily, very technical forehand. That's well done. She's in position to birdie.
Yeah, showing us a little bit more of a normal route to the basket.
Oh, look at this footing, too. She's literally on a log. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Ooh, and they can stack up so quickly. Hailey's drive, finally. Forgot about it.
Yeah, I hate to see that look of dread. Like, I know it so well. Just look. Uh-oh, did you see that? Yeah, Hailey with an eagle run. A very, very rare one. Eagle run.
Henna, is she outside for bogey save?
Oh, no.
Boy, and that's just going to be tough to recover from mentally after, a few missed putts as well. Several strokes off the lead now. Emily gaining some momentum with that one.
Yeah, finally grabbing herself a birdie after a bunch of pars and a double bogey.
Nice scramble birdie from Eveliina.
What an unbelievable second shot. And a nice little bounce back from a couple of bogeys.
get a little nervous. Okay.
Yeah. And this right here, this hole is what makes it your major run kind of come to an end. And, you know, obviously there's still a lot of birdies left. We're only on hole 10, but mentally that is so tough to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, Henna only 4 strokes back the lead, plenty of holes to play, but and Cadence, our current leader on the 12th, need to make this mandatory, and you're feeling pretty good if you get into circle 2 on this one. A lot of work left here.
Cadence a little farther forward than her throw-in from yesterday, but another really great shot, giving herself a putt. That's such a technical turnover shot. She's so good at those.
Yeah. I was in this spot. It's just outside the circle and pretty obstructed. Oh, no, she's inside. She's inside.
But still very obstructed.
Yeah.
Everything on that left side is pretty brutal.
Great putt to stay bogey-free. No, the old double shift. Hailey with that birdie. Gonna tie it up after Cadence gets a couple of pars. Hole 11, we saw Cadence get a par on this earlier. It's uphill, par 4, 406 feet. Plays a lot farther. It's not an eagleable one. I like the backhand kind of straight shot up to this short pin position if you can get all the way up there. That way you kind of have a look down towards the basket. I think a forehand approach is great, but a backhand turnover can work as well. Forehand off the tee can work. It's just not quite as clean of a line. There's an OB up on the left-hand corner. And once you get up the hill, the wind was whipping up there. Hailey, gonna show us the forehand.
Yeah, even though on the course map it looks like an eagleable line with a big forehand, even if you have one of the best distance forehands in the game, it's not going to help you here. Hailey with a decent looking shot, but unfortunate break off one of those trees, getting a roll backwards. She could be even a tough birdie save. I mean, it'll be tough to get a birdie from there.
Mm-hmm. Emily, working the inside route. That's going to set up fine. She'll have a chance to get a birdie from there. This one just baits you into trying to get it too far to the right, I think.
Yeah, I think just being dead straight is the best thing you can do. Eveliina, again, trying to go super far right there when it's just not necessary.
And she can choose to pitch up to the corner, or occasionally you see some overhand shots to try to get over that corner from where Eveliina is. Let's see if Henna can show us this line. Missed that tree. Oh, that was the exact right shape. And, tricky spot here. Even just to get to the corner. It's a little on the corner. Hopefully she got through.
I was kind of surprised to see her go that direction.
Yeah, I thought she was going to do her little left to right move and shot.
Me too. Hailey does actually have an opportunity to get down to the green. She saws this one off a little bit, though. And she's inside the circle?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. She saws it off really nicely.
Yeah, it's the nice thing about having the forehand on the second shot. Like, it is really tucked back there more than it kind of looks. It's hard to fade too much.
Emily pushing that one straight the perfect amount, giving it just enough speed. Wow, Eveliina really tucked into that corner.
And trying to go up and over. And succeeding. She's going to be in the rough over there, but within 100 feet.
Henna's third, just a little chip shot up to the green.
Yeah, nice. Still not what you need to push for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She was a little deeper in the rough than I thought.
Yeah, that's the next tee pad. Good out. Emily for another birdie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of only 13 birdies today
She's
on hole 11.
Staying in the hunt with those 2 birdies. Oh, wow, this one averaged a quarter stroke over, huh?
Yep.
Pretty tough.
Hailey also one of those 13 birdies. Her round looking really great.
And that's to take the lead, solo lead. Eveliina and Henna just going to tap in their pars here.
And this little stretch of holes, 10, 11, 12, and 13, really keep things interesting. This is where you don't quite know what's going to happen. Here's Cadence on 13, the lighthouse hole. And honestly, on paper, this is just a simple hyzer shot, but a lot can go wrong here if you don't push it far enough. Look at what she's got to deal with here, and heading out onto the windiest green we play all day.
Plus it's a headwind up the tunnel just to kick things off. And then this elevated pin. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, no.
Did she throw that in the lake?
Sure.
Regardless, it's out. And this
no.
is such a tough comebacker putt. You can end up 3-putting this so quickly, so Cadence makes a smart decision here.
It looks like we're on a different planet than the rest of the course out here.
Yeah. Where are the boats?
Yeah, show us the boats.
Yeah.
Look at those trees. Like it's, you like black out while you're out there because you're like, this is crazy.
You sway with the trees.
Yeah. And here's Cadence on 14, a very difficult par 3.
Wow, nice rip.
That is so impressive.
It really is.
It says 322, but you have to throw it kind of nose up to get over that huge bush on the left side. And getting your disc to turn and fade exactly the way you want to with that nose up angle is so hard.
Especially in a bit of a tailwind like we had today. And she just absolutely parks it. That takes easily 350 feet of power, probably more.
Definitely.
Wow. And that's going to put Cadence 1 stroke back of Hailey. Everyone's still in the hunt.
Hole 12 is what we watched Cadence get a throw in on yesterday. Today, she had to make a little tester putt from the left side shul. There's not really one good answer here. Most players are just going to take something slightly overstable and aim to the left of the Mando and maybe hope to get lucky through the trees. You could see mid-ranges all the way up to drivers. It just is player's choice here, and there's not really one right answer. We don't see very many players getting inside the circle for birdie. I think we might have seen one yesterday.
And solid play from Hailey.
That is as good as you can do it.
Yeah. And that's still circle 2.
Yeah, without luck.
Yes, good point. As good as you can do the clean line.
Mm-hmm.
Emily punching nice and straight, a little bit low, but most of the way there. This is absolutely a bonus birdie. I think it's one of the ones too you can usually forgive yourself for the the bogey, but not today. Mm-hmm. Not Championship Sunday.
Mm-mm. Not when you're in contention.
Eveliina gonna drop well short.
Oh, this plate is the second most difficult hole of the day.
Yeah, I'm sure just from lack of birdies.
And lots of bogeys too.
Mm.
Looks like 40% of the field with a bogey or worse.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Me too.
Let's see if Eveliina can scramble again. She's got a bit of a flex forehand line. Oh, that's great.
A little too much. Oh, no, it is great.
Yeah, that's so good.
Sick.
Pushes the ceiling just enough to give it time to flex back.
Evelina's scramble game, man.
That is such a technical shot.
Emily gonna do more of a little hyzer approach. That's well done as well.
Yeah, her little chip forehands are looking so strong today.
Definitely. Ooh. Henna finding a gap in all of that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Still gonna have to make it looks like maybe a 25-footer or so. Hailey for another birdie.
Oh my, give it to her.
So
Come on.
close. She knows. She knows it was good.
Oh my gosh, that makes me a little bit mad. No one landed in circle 1 in regulation. Only 10 players got to circle 2 in regulation. So,
Henna,
oh
just
man.
at this point, it feels like you need a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. Like
Yeah.
when it all starts going wrong. Wow, what a save!
So good.
Eveliina really staying in it.
There was one birdie on this hole today. Shout out to Taylor Chosek for canning one from circle 2.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Par feels great on this one though. You are very happy to walk away without any bogey strokes here.
And mostly pars. Henna gonna card the single bogey.
Hailey looking so calm.
Yeah, Hailey's still with 1 stroke over Cadence.
Success is not linear. It takes time and it takes belief. A belief that there is no ceiling and that the bar can always rise higher. A belief that if you set your sights to the horizon, the future will meet you there. That no matter who you are or what you've done, there's always something to prove. Disc golf was built on the backs of people who dream. And out here, what started as a dream is now a decade-long catalyst that turns dreams to moments. In our 10th season, we invite you to join us as we celebrate this beautiful game and all the moments that make it great. Catch all the action, all season long, live on the Disc Golf Network.
House hole, a par 4, 439 feet. You gotta navigate the headwind that's coming up this tunnel. You wanna kind of push the right side before hyzering down to the green. You can make it all the way down here, maybe get a long look for eagle if you throw it just right. Obviously easier said than done. I think the most I guess there's 2 common mistakes, either pushing straight into the right side or fading a little to the left. If you're not careful, there is an OB line that comes up on the left pretty quickly if you get a bit of a skip. And then obviously it's a whole different planet down on the green. We got ocean spray. It's obviously a lake, and all sorts of wind down there, so it's very challenging on the green.
Nice little kick out from Hailey. It's a lot easier to recover from the middle of the fairway, of course, than in that dense rough. Emily working a little bit of a flex line. I love that.
Me too. I haven't really seen that. It almost works perfectly.
She's really good at those little tight flexes.
Little baby flex.
Mm-hmm. Eveliina.
Ooh. Come on.
Not scared.
Wow.
She's going huge. Wow.
Circle 2.
Push that a little bit straighter and she could have found the lake.
Man, what a statement. The statement is, I'm awesome. Try to catch me.
Oh, man, I thought Henna's had enough on it, but she's going to get caught on that last corner tree that everyone touches.
It's... Do we?
Yep.
It's still birdieable from there. Yep.
Real grabby tree. Here's Hailey. A little sharp turning shot. Looks like the wind gets a hold of that one.
It's going to drop, looks like just outside the circle. Emily with a tiny little window to work here.
Oh.
That's
very surprising.
We all know that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst.
It is the worst.
And now to have even worse shot to be flustered.
She kind of airs that one out.
Oh, too much.
The wind takes full control.
I think she found the lake. Henna with a good correction off the wind read. That dropped short, and yeah, wow.
That's gonna be a tough putt. She knows she needs another birdie here and needed to put that one close.
Poor Eveliina, really tough eagle bid. Smart layup. It's always funny to watch the attempts of the 3-foot putts from here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it really did go in the water.
We've got a spotter just out there in the lake.
She's like, it's down here.
I got eyes on it. Picks it up with her toes.
Oh man, Emily getting worked on this one. She is nothing. Gonna lay up for a double. It is a straight headwind right here.
Ooh, is Hailey gonna run this?
She is. No.
That's smart. That's smart, honestly.
Yeah, I was dumb earlier. It's makeable. Yeah, that is pretty smart, though, when you're in first place. Just protect your birdies.
Yep. And, I mean, wow, there were 27 birdies on this hole today.
Nice.
Which is incredible.
Eveliina making a nice push here. Within 2 of the lead now.
And the only birdie on our lead card on the lighthouse hole.
So windy.
Mm-hmm. Another check-in with Cadence on this difficult par 4. You want to land just to the left of this bush to line yourself up nicely to the second shot, and that is so good.
Picture perfect.
And really great distance on a pure hyzer line.
And got a choice to make here. It looks like she's trying to go the backdoor route, throws it straight into the ground. I can't tell, but I think she's upset.
This does not leave an easy shot at all.
No, there's some really well-placed trees between her and the pin.
Especially getting tucked on that right side. She's going to try to go around backdoor.
I actually like the play.
Me too.
You often have an obstructed putt, but you're going to be putting usually from within the circle.
That works out great for her.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't know it could work out that great over there. I thought you would be in the shul, but
No.
like putting inside the circle.
Yeah. It's a legitimate line. Five to go, huh? It's happening.
Here's the par 3. We watched Cadence absolutely park earlier. 322, but plays more like 340 or 350. Got to get up and over these very dense bushes on the left side, carry over the second area of big bushes, and then have your disc drop nicely inside the circle. You see a lot of players overpowering the shot and going deep, and you see a lot of players getting tangled up early in those dense shrubs. It can be really, really tough to recover once you get caught up early as well, and just to try to save the par.
Eveliina with just a hair more turn than you want. She is challenging the right side, but she gets through it perfectly. Impressive. I like all these focused faces we're seeing. Everybody wants it.
Hailey having a little convo with herself. Love to see inside the mind of the player.
Looks like it mostly worked.
Mm-hmm. She's taken a little bit of a lower line than we see most players attempt.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
no.
is too low.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Fortunate break for Henna.
Wow. That is crazy.
Wow.
Whoa.
The wind really slamming that one down.
It was a really good line and angle from Emily.
Henna with maybe 120 feet left, maybe a little less. Leaves it just a little bit farther away than you want, but hopefully it's fine. Yeah, Emily kind of punished for what looked like a really great shot.
Yeah, really
Ooh.
big wind bounce. Oh my goodness.
Oh, she almost makes up for it. Wow.
Look at the wind just playing with that putter.
And she put so much nice spin on that one. Hailey, really long look for a 2, like 80 feet. Whoa. Look at the wind on this hole. Eveliina for birdie.
Wow.
Nice conversion. That's huge.
That is huge. What a flex.
To bring it within 1 stroke of the lead.
That's one of only 5 birdies on this hole today, too.
Wow. Henna.
No. Oh, you hate to see it.
Henna out of contention at this point. Checking back in with Cadence. She's 1 stroke back of the lead. This is a very birdieable par 4. You just want to get down, stay inbounds in the short grass here. She's left enough where she can throw a backhand approach from there if she wants. It really calls for more of a sidearm, I think.
Fortunately, she's going to be pinned up on this little teeny tiny tree. She's got to do a reverse patent pending. She's very good at this type of shot.
Wow, fantastic angle.
Very good is an understatement.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It really was.
Wow. That's so good.
It really is. With the wind and everything, too. It's amazing.
No. Oh, she eyes the basket down. I'm so glad I'm not that basket right now. Cadence is capable of a really nice duster.
Sounds like you've been on the receiving end. And
what a way to play that hole.
tough break, though, to not get the birdie. And this is not going to be super close for a birdie look on 17.
This hole was playing very hard. Again, a headwind on this one today.
It was a headwind when I came through, too, which is bizarre based on the last hole being a right to left. It should be a tail, but this hallway just creates its own wind, I swear.
It's very weird. And the low ceiling does not help with long putts. Cadence forced to just chip something up to the green. Birdie streak kind of cools off a little bit, and she needed one of those, having a few holes in front of the current lead card position.
Holland Hanley ahead on the 18th. We've only seen 1 eagle here. It is gettable. We know Holland's going to be thinking about this.
Look at that left to right crosswind. From the tee pad, it was a ripping headwind. Tailwind. Wait, headwind.
No,
was it?
so when the second shot was a tail, so it was like a left to right.
Okay.
Yeah, left to right. With like maybe a splash of headwind. Seeing a whole bunch of drives on this one. Everyone doing the layup play. I think a lot of the big throwers experimented with trying to get down the hill on the first one and it not really paying off. Cadence laying up, but punished on that sign.
That is really, really unfortunate there.
This was a straight tailwind. I like the sidearm a lot. This is a huge sidearm. Wow.
That's incredible.
This shot's so fun to throw.
It is so fun. I feel like she just looked really excited.
Valerie gonna show us the backhand.
Ooh, look at that nose angle down.
So good. This
Oh.
shot all about the angle.
Wow, she just crushed that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It feels so good to get it right.
It does it so fun. Oh, this is such a bummer for Cadence.
Yeah, I mean, she threw a great shot. Just,
I feel like if I know her, she's still going to just throw this as hard as she can. And it's going to be, her hand's going to be so close to the sign. She's got really great management of her body. I've watched her just smack a tree with her hand too and not
Did you?
care. Yeah. She sends it.
yeah, she wants to win. She's thinking eagle.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Tailwind, help her.
And a
Man.
good shot for a birdie.
Yeah, she just gets smushed early in the flight.
And look at these trees whipping.
A very tough approach shot, and she
Mean little roll. She'll have a bit
Ooh.
of a comebacker here for her birdie. Probably thinks she's parked. I mean,
she knows that she needed that, at least a look for that eagle.
yeah, I mean, now she still has a chance of winning, but it depends on the mistakes of her competitors instead of her own scoring.
I mean, but what a way to put the pedal to the metal today.
Absolutely. Valerie Mandujano, second eagle of the day.
Yes.
Or of the weekend, excuse me.
Of the weekend, yeah.
And that was like a pretty short putt, too.
That is incredible.
Amazing backhand on the second.
Cadence for the final putt of the round. Yes.
Good conversion.
Yes.
I bet she got down there and was surprised it was that far away.
What a finish, and what a round from Cadence on Championship Sunday. That is what it looks like to put yourself in the hunt for a major.
Holland Hanley finishing with a turkey to get to 14 down. So Cadence tied for the hot round at 6 down in the clubhouse. Hailey King has a few holes left to try to score. As does everybody, but you know,
Yep.
Hailey's currently the closest. Hole 15, a par 4, 512 feet. We saw Cadence drive to right in the middle of the gap. It's really difficult to do. I think most often ladies are working the right side of the fairway a bit more because early left is the worst mistake. Then we can take the route the drone is flying. You can see it's very narrow and a lot of well-placed trees in the way to a very windy green. Or we can take the route that Cadence threw, which only really has one tiny gap, but is viable. You'll just probably be a little obstructed.
This played is the fourth most difficult hole of the day.
Look at this.
And Evelina's game plan is going to make this whole play a lot easier than it is for the rest of the field. That shot was incredible.
That's like 100 feet farther than Cadence landed.
Mhm.
And Cadence had a great drive. That's insane.
Cadence had a perfect drive.
Perfect.
And Hailey going to follow suit with a really nice angle. Oh my God, catching the last tree. Still within range for a birdie.
Emily.
Attempting the flex, a little bit too high, and it's going to filter way to the left.
She's ahead of the worst grouping of bushes. It's going to be a technical sidearm to get to the pin, but it's theoretically possible.
Henna looking for another birdie after a rough patch here in the middle of the round.
And that's a nice looking shot. Just needs to check up before the rough here. Yep, matches Eveliina in distance. Hailey, what, like 250 to go?
Yeah,
At least of power.
Yeah, maybe a little more than that even.
Okay.
Um,
Leaves that very low.
Emily forced to throw a forehand here. She's got a ways to go.
Yeah, it tries to get that to turn, but it really does not enough. It's going to be tricky over there.
Henna going to be pinched a little bit on the left side, but there is a workable hyzer if she can swing.
Oh, she's going inside gap still.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool.
It kind of even opens the gap up being on that left side.
Yeah. And look how far and perfect Eveliina is. Yes.
That's how you do it.
Beautiful shot.
Only 6 players got to circle 1 in regulation, while 24 got to circle 2. So this is a green that requires 2 specific, very difficult shots, and only the best players are stringing them together.
And once you get up here, this green is windy. Emily getting through some of it. She'll have a look for a par. Easy par for Hailey. Henna looking to get some green here.
Oh, just coming in a little bit early, catching a bunch of left side chains. But these baskets demand some power coming in.
Nice par save. That's like a straight headwind from there. Oh, Eveliina, stress-free birdie to tie it up at the top. 3-way tie.
3 in a row, a turkey coming down the stretch at a major.
That's crazy.
No big deal. We haven't seen really many turkeys this weekend.
I saw a literal turkey on the next tee pad walk. I'm telling you, it was one by itself, and it walked across while my competitor was teeing off. It just, it was bizarre. Anyway, I just had to tell someone. A figurative turkey for Eveliina. And the back nine, seeing some more scoring than it did yesterday. Everyone kind of heating up.
Yeah, hole 16 is not an easy birdie, though. Even with a good tee shot, that second shot is so technical. A lot of players going up this middle gap and just trying to land to the left, but I think we'll see a lot of players on the lead card taking the hyzer route. It does kind of bring the OB into play, however. That road is out of bounds all the way up the left side and across the middle of the fairway. The second shot has a low ceiling and the basket's really tucked back to the right side, so a forehand is the best case scenario for accessing this green.
Oh, my dream spike hyzer. This is really wide, though.
Looking for the wind to maybe help, and that's going to be way more right than you want.
She has a good enough sidearm to maybe get a skip shot up there and still have a look.
But she's probably going to have to settle for a long putt for birdie.
Okay, now imagine a turkey crossing that little path right there.
Uh-oh, Hailey airs this one out a little too much, maybe.
Check up.
Ooh,
Perfect.
She did that yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Put it right before the OB line. That is just absolutely perfect placement for the second shot.
Emily going to take the tunnel as well. It's sawed off. And hopefully she got through that first line. If she did, though, she's going to be under a tree, and that low ceiling can make the approach shot super difficult. Henna going to take to the skies as well. Looks like a better line. The right to left crosswind going to help her out. Sit. Don't.
No way.
That was a perfect shot.
Such weird action on the disc at the end of the flight.
Bad break. I feel like Henna just a little off, but also getting worked out there. Emily dealing with not too much of a low ceiling. That's an amazing backhand. Wow. I think the backhand from there is so difficult.
It is, especially with the low ceiling and then that little guardian tree, but also the wind today. Hailey set up perfectly for this little forehand to the green. She leaves it kind of low and doesn't quite get the ground play, but she's been making those putts all day. Oh, Eveliina not quite as far right as I thought she was.
Definitely still very pinched, and that's about as good as she can do it.
Yep.
Oh, she's in the circle.
Yeah. Henna with the OB stroke. Gonna try to turn something over into the screen. That's gonna be a little early, but it gets through. Yay.
Yeah, definitely a nice break finally for Henna. And I think that shot kind of demonstrating how impressive Emily's was. You could see the wind really messing with it. Eveliina for 4 in a row to take the solo lead.
Oh my gosh.
It's a white pelican, everybody. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah, white pelican coming down the stretch. That is so crazy.
She wants it.
Oh, man. Emily just a little bit short for her birdie.
Hailey to match. Yes. Wow. All right, we got a battle,
We
folks.
sure do.
Eveliina and Hailey 1 stroke ahead of Cadence, 2 to play, both birdieable.
And
Wow.
a nice par save from Henna. That one's tough to recover from.
4 in a row is crazy.
It is
to
crazy.
take the lead.
And
That's literally
that's-
only the second time we've seen it all weekend.
Yes.
Clutch moment from Eveliina. And Hailey looking really calm to match. Like, that was a tester as well.
And look at the rest of the leaderboard. Not a lot of players stringing together as many birdies as we're seeing both Eveliina and Hailey do.
Hole 17, a par 3, 362 feet. It is reachable, but I think you need a little bit of ground play most of the time to get all the way there. Kind of a slight pushing hyzer that skips right about here is a very typical play. Yeah, the wind was weird here. In theory, it should be a tailwind, but you really felt it coming at your face. So trying to get down this tunnel was pretty difficult. That's about it.
It was gusting pretty intensely. It would be calm 1 second, and then you throw your disc and be like, whoa, and then you'd feel it hit your face. So a little bit unpredictable here, but Eveliina throwing a really, really nice line.
That's great.
Being in that rough on the right side or the low side of the green is an excellent position.
Yeah, she threw that with the exact right speed. You just want to hit the hill with a little bit more hyzer to try to flare skip up. Still a fantastic shot. Let's see if Hailey can get a little closer. That's looking too wide and straight.
She's going to catch that guardian tree that's about 3/4 of the way down the fairway. I don't believe she is in putting range. And even if she is, the low ceiling kind of takes away your ability to run at it.
Emily putting a good move on this. Needs some ground play. And she'll have a circle 2 bid.
Wow, 11 players got to circle 1 in regulation on
Nice.
this hole. That's a lot. This is a hard hole.
It is.
You really have to chuck this thing. Let's see if Henna can work a hyzer all the way there. She's really using the ceiling, but that looks like a very overstable disc.
Yeah, that fades out pretty early. And this could be a tricky little corner. You kind of have to throw almost a skip shot. Oh, she goes pure air shot. That's great.
Mm-hmm. You can really tell the angle of the hill with this camera. With this camera angle. Hailey has to go patent pending around this big tree.
Looked like a saucy little run.
Mm-hmm. Big sigh from Hailey, trying to keep the nerves calm. Emily with a long look for a birdie. I really love that she gave that a chance. That low ceiling, though, is very frustrating on the right side of the green.
Yeah, you do see a lot of rollaways here.
Mm-hmm.
Eveliina to take the solo lead with 5 birdies in a row. Ooh, off the top.
Man, she wants it.
Committed.
Dead center, too.
And wow, tied. Going into 18, which is eagleable. I got ahead of myself. She has to make this. Okay.
Oh, I just love seeing Eveliina look so confident on the green right
Yeah.
now.
It's the best. All right, officially tied with 1 to go.
Not unusual to leave hole 17 without birdies, but 18 is one that everyone has in their playbook.
It's interesting, though. I'll be curious to see if anyone tries to go big. Eveliina is going to go first. A lot more kind of watching your competitor and maybe changing your game plan based off how they throw.
Well, both Hailey and Eveliina can eagle that hole. And I think like they both have that on their minds right now. Like, we need to just make sure we land this one out in the open. I don't think anyone's going to try to crest the hill at all. I think everyone will try to land up in the flat because both Hailey and Eveliina can very comfortably access this green. We did have some pretty wild tailwind, as we've seen from the check-ins earlier in this round. But that out of bounds line up on the right side can come into play really quickly when you're getting aggressive. And then, of course, this basket has the out of bounds creek just behind it that comes into play on the putting green. Those are things that you are definitely thinking about.
Eveliina up first, and she's just doing the layup play like you said. I feel like all the big throwers really did just chill out and are like, actually, it's better to be up here.
And Eveliina with a really safe layup. She's not messing around at all. She's way left.
Yeah, you do want to be maybe a little bit closer to the edge of the hill, but she still can reach it from there.
Hailey taking a nice little focused breath.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Very low.
That's a lot lower than you want.
Birdie's still in play from there.
Yes.
Eagle, no way. From there, I'd imagine it's going to be a forehand as well, which she's not going to get as much distance. Emily working that little force turn, and that'll be a fine spot.
Surprising miss from Hailey. Maybe just a little bit of nerves.
Yeah.
Because even if you do hit that center tree, it's really not a terrible place to be. Of course, it's better to be past it, but erroring low like that is very, very surprising.
We saw her hit miss low on 15 as well, so perhaps just maybe a miss she's dealing with lately as well.
She's got to decide how much she wants to bite off here. I feel like forehand is definitely the correct... Oh, she's going backhand.
Going big. And,
Okay.
I mean, this can work, but there's just a lot more error that can happen. This looks so cool, though.
That looks good. It's turned... Oh no, it started hyzering. Man, that looked like it was turned really nicely.
Yeah.
That tailwind really took control. That's out of bounds really early.
Yeah, surprised not to see the forehand there.
Man, that's a really big mistake.
Yeah,
Right
I mean,
now.
now Eveliina really doesn't have to do very much.
She's just got to make sure to keep this one in bounds with her power. She's still just
Full
hammering
semis.
this
Yeah,
disc.
why not? And that is turning a lot. It's good. It's
Yeah,
safe.
it's safe.
Little sigh of relief. Might still not be the easiest upshot from over there if she's in the rough, but she's close.
Little
Ooh, I
jumping follow through from Emily Weatherman. This is crushed as well.
Good
way
shot.
out. Yeah, way out in the middle of the field.
And I think these shots also just highlighting how impressive Valerie Manujano's approach was and
yes.
some of those ones we saw earlier.
Henna might be able to see the basket from her lie. She's giving it lots of air, letting the wind do some work as well.
Oh, I love this.
It catches a branch and drops it down. It's not going to be as close to the basket as she wants, but it is safe, and it is way down there.
Man, she hit that angle perfectly. Just give it to her. Come on.
Here's Hailey from her out of bounds spot. This is really, really far to save par.
And she needs to save it just to put the tiniest amount of pressure on Eveliina to get the birdie. And that's gonna be 45.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a death putt as well. She definitely played that one very conservative.
If Eveliina can just get this thing close, it'll be hers. Emily gonna pitch up for one final birdie look from about 20 feet. Oh, she's fine. I thought she was maybe in the rough right there. She's almost putting. Dang. Wow. Okay. She'd like that a little bit closer. But Hailey up first. And if she misses, Eveliina can lay up.
Oh, yeah. Hailey's got a... What a weekend from Henna. Really sad to see Championship Sunday go the way it did for her, but a really strong showing, and she's about to get to head back home overseas for a couple of majors. Hailey to put the pressure on.
And still an amazing run from Hailey King. It's been fun to watch her all weekend. Eveliina able to lay up for her first USWDGC title.
Isn't this kind of a grand slam for her as well? She's won most of the other. She's won Champions Cup. She's won Worlds. She's won. Has she won she's won a European major. Did she win European Open?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's a big one though. Nice notch in the old belt.
And what a weekend from Hailey King. Unfortunate to finish out with that bogey. Big congrats to Eveliina Salonen.
Whew.
What a battle coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it was anybody's game for so long.
Shout out to Cadence Burge as well.
Yeah. Putting the pressure on.
Presenting your 2025 PDGA United States Women's Disc Golf Champion, Eveliina Salonen.
I was texting to my friends when we were flying here that I'm not sure can I win anymore, because I was watching live from Preserve and like FPO level is rising all the time and they were playing so well, so I didn't see myself that I can play that well. I didn't remember how fun it can be battle on like under the pressure, so I really enjoyed. I'm not always that positive. But yeah, like why to be negative? Stay patient and just wait the like opportunities. Always like so awesome to get new friends, speaking or practicing speaking English with them. But Jennifer have been helping us a lot and being like our US mom here, so I'm always also proud of her. Thank you everyone, and thank you all who stayed up late in Finland. Thank you.
Your 2025 United States Women's Disc Golf Champion, Eveliina Salonen.
And what a weekend from Eveliina. And I mean, coming into the weekend not believing is crazy.
And then to go 5 down in the back with 4 in a row to take it.
No one else is doing that.
No
one else is doing that. We are so thrilled in the booth to have Eveliina take down this major.
And what a memento she has to take home with her, honestly.
Shout out to Cadence Burge coming in from the chase card to get that tie for second place with Hailey King. They both played such stellar golf today when it mattered most. Holland Hanley doing what she does, swooping in and going to find herself in 4th place, just a couple strokes back from the 2nd place positioning.
She really does swoop.
She does. She goes hard on the last day.
Looks like Last Cash was, I believe, 32nd place today. So congrats to everyone who made that. And thank you all for joining us all weekend long for our 2nd major of the year. We did it.
Yeah. We really enjoyed our time in Wisconsin. We saw some wild weather and a really, really great battle down the stretch. We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Thank you again to the Founders Club. Thank you again to everyone that's on the YouTubes with us.
Yeah, please subscribe. Help us out. Get to 500,000 subscribers.
And shout out again to Eveliina Salonen.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
Sunshine, get up on my body, know it truly, I feel fine. Get up, watch your body, and I feel that sunshine. Get up on my body, know it truly.